Salt in your coffee, like, that's a little weird, but of course, right when I'm about to film. Let's do this again. Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm gonna be talking all about 6 things that have helped to keep me busy, like sane, grounded, while we're spending more and more time indoors during this self-isolation / quarantine season that we're in, and just in a really good headspace. So I thought, why not just share it with you guys as well. If you hear any noise, I got neighbors, and it just happens that when I'm filming is when they tend to walk around a lot. So that's what's happening right now. So also, if it's your first time stopping, don't forget to subscribe, join the fam, join the squad, join the community. The first thing that has helped to keep me sane during this quarantine season is, I'm gonna start off with this blanket. I'm still so proud of it. If you guys have watched my previous video, you know why, but it's learning a new skill. So I went on Skillshare and I decided to take a course all about like arm knitting and things like that. Went to Michael's, got some yarn. This is like way before they closed down essential services, and just kind of learned how to like knit myself a blanket, like a throw blanket. So that's something that I would recommend. Like, hop on Skillshare. If knitting's not your thing, that's cool. There's like other things on there that you could totally learn as well. So I definitely recommend checking out Skillshare. This video is not even sponsored by them, but hey, if y'all want to slide into my I'm joking. Knitting is like something that I actually used to do when I was younger as a little girl, and I loved it. And this was before like sitting on the internet 24/7 like kids of nowadays. So I would definitely recommend like knitting, like, or something else. This could be like learning Procreate on your iPad or something, or I don't know, whatever it is, illustration design, graphic design, whatever it is. So learning a new skill is something that I would recommend. And honestly, it like, you learn more about yourself because you're like, wow, this was actually a lot of fun and this brings me a lot of joy, and I plan on making more blankets. So yeah, my second tip is going to be walking. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I don't know, working at home, it's effective. It's just as effective as going to the gym, but it ain't the same. It's the feeling. I miss the feeling. But what I've been doing more is just like walking. I'll drive downtown and then just like go for a walk, obviously keeping social distance as well. It's just walking more and just like listening to the sound of nature, observing like birds, even the water flowing and things like that. If you're really struggling with like working out from home or staying active, you can honestly just go for a walk. And going for a walk also helps to burn calories as well. So that's something that I'd recommend, is just going for a walk by a lake downtown, somewhere that looks nice, where you're allowed to obviously walk, and keeping your social distance as well. My third tip is going to be reading. So for myself, I set a goal to read 24 books this year, and honestly, I've only read about 3 books or so. So I got quite a bit of catching up to do, and we're in April. So my third tip is going to be reading more. Find a book. This could be like fiction, nonfiction, a magazine, like comic, whatever it is, like whatever floats your boat, whatever you enjoy reading, journals or articles, whatever it is. It gives me like a different perspective of things. And this month, I actually set a goal to read two books this month. So I've been spending a lot of times in the mornings reading, also in the evening as well reading. And this is just something that's been helping to stimulate my brain, my mind, how I think. Also, as I'm going through this list, something I want you guys to do is comment down below what you've been doing. What have you been doing? What have you found yourself being drawn to? Have you been cleaning? Or what have you been reading? I want you to go ahead and comment down below what you've been doing to help keep you sane during this time period that we're in. My fourth tip is going to be coloring. So if you have a coloring book at home, or you can print out, I don't know, you can print out like a coloring like graphic or whatever from the internet, which I'm sure you can find. I actually have this coloring book. I picked mine up from, I think, Chapters a while ago, like sometime early last year, and just putting on some like meditative music and just coloring. I find this activity really soothing and also just really relaxing, especially when I tend to like feel stressed out or anxious, or I just feel like I need to just like chill out but and relax, is coloring. So meditative coloring is honestly, I find it so soothing. I usually tend to put on like a lo-fi beat on Spotify, and then I'll just sit there with my headphones in and just kind of color and just see whatever color, like whatever it is I like to like color my meditative mandala. I do that. I also have another one that's just like animals and things like that. It doesn't have to be like a meditative mandala or anything like that. You can find whatever it is and just color, and I find it really, really relaxing. And it reminds me of like kind of my childhood when I would just sit there and color. It's just, everything just feels like it's coming back to play, like just playing around and just like being a little kid in a weird way, but I really find it quite relaxing. My fifth tip is going to be looking at a skill you already have, but think about how can you take it to the next level, or how can you improve on it, or how can you make it better, but for your own benefit. So for myself, I love drinking coffee. Like anybody that knows me knows I love me a good cup of coffee, and I literally have like a regular coffee maker at home, a French press, and I also have like an espresso like coffee maker. So lately, actually what I did was I went on Skillshare, and I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll learn about how to make coffee, but from like a professional standpoint of things is what I did. And I heard a little tip that if you put some salt in your coffee, it actually helps with the taste of it and hides the bitterness of it. And I thought, you know what, why not try it? And it actually turned out really, really good. It turned out really, really good. I found my coffee to be really smooth, because when we cook, we tend to put salt in a lot of things that we make. Salt in your coffee, like, that's a little weird, but guys, give it a try before you judge it. Don't knock it until you try it. I like it. I find it delicious. So that's something that I would recommend, is just looking at a skill that you have and like thinking about how can you take this to another level, but it's all for your benefit, you know what I mean? Another tip that I have for you guys is also putting cinnamon as well in your coffee. Sometimes I'll do like some cinnamon on top of my coffee, and it ends up turning out so delicious. So look at something that you're already like good at doing, and then like adding a little touch of flair on it, or a little touch of flavor, if that makes sense. My sixth tip to help you keep you sane during this time period is reaching out to a friend, like just reaching out to a friend, FaceTiming a friend, or letting people know that you need some support or you'd like some company. And you can honestly just hop on FaceTime or Zoom and just chit chat with people. I know I've been doing that. Or even what I've been doing lately is going live as well on Instagram, and I'm just like, hey guys, what's up? What to do? Does anyone want to come on live with me? It's something that I would recommend. So that way you're not feeling super, super isolated, like you don't have people around you or anything like that. I think it's very important for our mental health and taking care of our mental health. So reaching out to a friend and just FaceTiming them and be like, hey, can we chit chat? I need some support. You don't even have to talk about what's going on right now, but other things you might be working on, or whatever it is that you want. So that's gonna be my sixth tip. And you know what, let me just drop another one in there. My next tip is going to be taking this time to also just like slow down a bit. If you feel like you don't want to do much during this time, or you just want to chill out and veg out, that's totally okay. Like I know sometimes we hear go, 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 work, 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 grind, don't stop, but if you don't feel like doing that, that's literally okay. Just do whatever brings you joy at the end of the day. I've kind of been enjoying this time a lot in a weird way. Like I know most people are like super like sad about not being able to go out and stuff, but I'm honestly just using this time to just kind of like revisit like what my big visions are, where I want to go. I might just kind of be reflecting on like my whole life overall, like personally, financially, emotionally, relationship wise, family wise, all of that. This has just been like a very reflective like time period for me right now. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have any questions, or if there's some tips that you're like, Yanni, you need to try this out, like you haven't tried this out yet, this has been helping me out a lot, go ahead and comment it down below. I just realized as I was editing this video that I forgot to add something to the video that I really wanted to add, and I forgot to add it, but it's a very important point. If you want to stay sane during this time period, limit the amount of news that you intake. Yeah, I personally, I don't watch the news at all, and I've kind of stayed off Twitter for the past week. It's been great for my mental health, but yeah, don't feed yourself things that are like negative or like fear-based, because all that does is just raises your anxiety for absolutely no reason. Like, all you can do is your part, staying indoors, staying isolated and things like that, but you don't need to feed yourself more fear. Okay, that's something I wanted to add in there. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll definitely be answering the questions. Once again, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and be sure to press that like button. It helps out your girl a lot, so go ahead, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm gonna be talking all about 6 things. Hi guys,